seconds go by.
Hello and welcome to my challah making video. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I make a very large batch of challah. The reason I like to make such a large batch is for two reasons. The first reason is because making it in a large amount allows me to only have to do it once a month, and I hate having to buy challah. I don't like the taste. I swear I can taste the dough conditioners and the different things that they put in it to preserve it, and I just don't like it. I don't like store-bought challah. So since I don't eat bread that much during the week, on Shabbat I want to be able to enjoy the challah that we have. So the second reason is making it into large amounts enables me to perform the mitzvah of taking challah, which you can only do with a bracha, with a blessing, if you are over a certain amount. So you have to have a minimum amount of flour in your dough to be able to do that. The minimum amount of flour is 2.2 kilos, which is approximately 5 pounds of flour. So, and the recipe that I use, it is 18 cups of flour. So it is approximately 5 pounds. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that, and I don't have a mixer. I don't use a mixer or anything like that. I do it all by hand. And we're going to be taking challah together, and I'm going to show you how I do that. And my kids were very enthusiastic to participate, so you're also going to be seeing them in this video. I hope you enjoy, and if you have any comments for me, please leave it in the comments box below, and let's get into the video. So to begin, I'm using a glass 2-cup measuring cup and a very large stainless steel bowl. I'm filling my measuring cup part of the way with freshly boiled water and the rest of the way with cold water from the tap. You don't want your water to be too hot, otherwise it will kill the yeast. I'm adding 4 tablespoons of yeast and 2 tablespoons of sugar to the 2 cups of lukewarm water in the bowl. And then I give it a little stir and let it sit for approximately 10 minutes to become foamy. Next, I'm adding in the eggs. The recipe calls for 5 eggs, and the ones I'm using here are extra large size. And the reason you see me breaking them first into a small bowl is because this gives me the opportunity to inspect it, to look it over for any blood spots that may be stuck to the yolk. If I do see one, then I do not use the egg. Then the eggs get added to the yeast and water mixture. I don't bother beating them, I just dump them in. Next is the oil and honey. I like to do this at the same time. I just measure them both into the glass measuring cup. And first I do the oil so the honey won't stick. The recipe calls for 1 cup of oil, so I have filled the measuring cup halfway with oil. And the recipe calls for 1.25 cups of honey, but I like my challah a little less sweet, so I only do 1 cup of honey. I add that into the yeast water mixture, and I love doing it this way because the honey does not stick. I don't have to spend hours scraping out the measuring cup. Next, I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of salt, and I'm using pink Himalayan salt that I buy from Costco. For flour, I'm going to be using all-purpose flour and whole wheat flour. I like to make my challah as healthy as I can, and I will often add in oats or flax seeds that I've ground up myself, but this time I'm just using the 2 flours as mentioned. So I've gone ahead and added 4 cups of the all-purpose and 3 cups of the whole wheat, and now I'm just giving it a vigorous stir to incorporate the flour into the yeast mixture.
If the end is near, just know that I got you. I'm your armor when things get tough.
So I've just gone ahead and cleaned off the countertop, my workspace where I'm going to be kneading the challah dough. And I'm removing my rings because I don't want to get them full of the dough. It's a pain to try and clean rings. Since we're working with such a large amount of dough, I will often cut it in half. I will work with 2 pieces of dough and just make it a little bit easier for myself. So, but today I'm just going for it. I'm just kneading it all in one big lump, and it's coming together nicely here. Now we finished the kneading, and won't you just look at this beautiful, gorgeous lump of dough. It looks so good, and it feels not sticky. I kept adding more flour as you saw there. And now I'm going to be putting it into a greased bowl to rise. I'm using the same bowl that I used to mix up the dough. I just washed it out and put about a tablespoon of avocado oil in it and covered with plastic wrap. And because it's cold outside where I live, I'm going to be using my oven for the rising. Now that my challah dough has finished rising, I'm going to be separating it into portions of dough. I like to do it at 350 grams each one. This gives me a nice size loaf, and also I can get 12 loaves when I make them this size. I do like to use a small kitchen scale to weigh out the portions of dough, but as you can see, mine ran out of battery and I haven't replaced it yet, so I'm going to be doing it the old-fashioned way of cutting it in half and in half and in half and in half until I end up with 12 equally sized portions of dough. Now I'm going to be braiding the challah. And I like to do a 6-strand braid. I like the way that looks the most. It's my favorite shape. So I cut the dough portions in 6 equal pieces, and then I roll each piece into strands. And then I just form it. If you're curious about seeing a full tutorial on this, I already have a video on exactly how I do it up on my channel, so you can check that out. I will put a link in the description box below.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime, you and
My oldest child, Tamara, is getting to be such a great help in the kitchen. Whenever I'm making challah, I give her some dough and she practices her braiding or her rolling, and her challah always comes out just looking so cute.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my...
So we are going to do the mitzvah of taking challah now. So you gather about a piece the size of a walnut, and then you say the blessing. Ta Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehafrish challah min ha'isa. Amen. This is challah.
You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my...
Now that I have done the mitzvah of taking challah, I am going to be taking the second half of the dough that was in the bowl and braiding those loaves.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop.
So now that I've got my challah all braided, I am letting it rest to rise. I'm covering it with my favorite 100% cotton flour sack towels.
And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out.
By a special request, the challah that my children made got topped with sprinkles.
Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high.
And here is all our lovely, delicious challah.
Even if the sky is falling down.